Here's a question that has been argued about for literally thousands of years. Roman emperors were so obsessed with it that they staged live fights in the Colosseum just to get an answer. Mughal kings did the same thing. Scientists have debated it for decades. And if you go on the internet right now and type lion versus tiger, you will find arguments that have been going for years with no sign of stopping. So, today we are actually going to settle this. Not with opinions, not with whoever's favorite animal is what. We are going to go through the size, the strength, the speed, the bite, the brain, the fighting history, actual documented encounters, everything. And by the end of this video, you are going to have a real answer. Now, I will say this up front. Some of you are going to be surprised. It's because the animal that the entire world has been calling the king for centuries, when you actually look at the data, the numbers tell a very different story. So, let's get into it. Let's start with the most basic thing. Who is actually bigger? Because this matters more than people think. A male African lion is a genuinely massive animal, up to 550 pounds, up to 8 feet long, standing about 4 feet at the shoulder. That is an animal that fills a space completely. You do not look at a male lion and think, oh, that is manageable. You think, okay, I need to not be here. But here's the thing, the tiger is bigger. A Bengal tiger already matches or slightly exceeds the lion in weight. But a Siberian tiger? That animal regularly hits 600 pounds. The biggest recorded specimens have reached 660 pounds. They stretch up to 10 feet in body length. Oh, and the body composition is different too. Tigers carry about 60 to 70% pure muscle, less fat, more lean functional mass, longer limbs that generate more force in every single strike. If you put a lion and a tiger side by side, and you just look at the raw physical numbers, the tiger is the bigger, heavier, more muscular animal. That is just measurement. But, and this is a big but, the lion has something that no other big cat on this planet has ever developed. And when you understand what it actually does, it changes the conversation completely. The mane. Now, most people think the mane is just about looking impressive, attracting females, signaling dominance. And yes, it does all of that. But the mane is also armor. Real, functional, evolved over millions of years armor. Not that because in any fight between big cats, the neck is everything. That is where you go to finish it. A throat bite cuts off blood to the brain. A bite to the back of the neck damages the spine. Either one ends the fight almost instantly. And the lion's mane covers the neck, the throat, the upper chest, and the sides of the face. It absorbs bites. It tangles claws. It makes landing a clean, decisive neck strike on a male lion significantly harder than on any other big cat, including the tiger, whose neck is completely exposed. Scientists who have studied lion skull collections found that male lions with darker, fuller manes survive attacks more often. This was not designed for a photo shoot. This was shaped by millions of years of exactly the kind of fighting we are talking about right now. So, the lion has this incredible natural protection, but the tiger still has the size advantage. What about the actual weapons? The bite, the claws, the striking power. Here is where it gets really interesting. The lion actually has a bigger skull than the tiger, about 380 millimeters on average versus the tiger's 351. And some measurements do show that bigger skull translating into comparable or slightly superior bite leverage. But then you have the research by Christensen and Rowe, one of the most referenced studies in this area, which found that the tiger's measured bite force is actually higher, around 392 pounds of force compared to the lion's 357. The tiger also has marginally longer canine teeth, 78 millimeters versus the lion's 70, which means when it bites, it goes deeper. But the biggest difference in how these two animals fight, and this is the thing that most people completely overlook, is this. A lion stands on 3 legs and hits you with one paw. A tiger rises on its hind legs and hits you with both front paws at the same time. Think about what that means. More reach, more force, the ability to block an incoming strike and throw an offensive one almost simultaneously. Every researcher who has reviewed documented lion-tiger encounters kept coming back to this same detail. The 2-paw fighting technique gave the tiger a consistent positional advantage in close combat. It is not a small thing. It fundamentally changes how the fight goes. Speed is another one. The lion can run at around 50 miles per hour, which is extraordinary, but the tiger runs it up to 60 miles per hour. In a fight between two animals at this level, the first strike often decides the momentum of the entire encounter. 10 miles per hour, faster means the tiger is setting the terms from the very first second. And it is not just speed. The tiger is more agile, changes direction faster, adjusts mid-strike better. It moves with more precision as well as more power. And then there is the brain. This one surprises people. When scientists measure intelligence in big cats, they look at cranial volume, brain size relative to body. The tiger sits at around 0.92 cubic centimeters. The lion is around 0.75. The tiger has a measurably larger brain, and you can see why when you think about how each of these animals lives. The tiger hunts alone, every single time. There is no group to help, no coordinated strategy, no second chance if it miscalculates. Every meal requires the tiger to read the terrain, read the prey, calculate the angle, pick the exact right moment. The intelligence is sharpened by constant solo pressure. The lion is also highly intelligent, but its intelligence is built around cooperation, reading its pride mates, coordinating a group hunt, planning collective movement. In a group, that intelligence is genuinely formidable. But strip that away, put the lion in a one-on-one situation where there is no group, and the tiger's individual sharpness becomes a real advantage. The tiger also hunts harder prey. Bengal tigers regularly take down gaur, the largest cattle species in the world. Siberian tigers have taken on adult brown bears. The individual hunting record of the tiger reflects an animal pushing itself against the hardest possible opponents, alone, and every single time. Now, before this starts sounding like the tiger wins everything easily, stop. Because here is where the lion genuinely fights back in this argument. And real quick, if you are finding this as fascinating as I am right now, hit the like button. 1 second genuinely helps this video reach more people. Drop Team Lion or Team Tiger in the comments too. I read every single one, and I want to see where you all land. Okay, back to it. The male lion fights constantly, not just hunts, fights. It fights other male lions for prides. It fights rival coalitions trying to take its territory. A male lion that reaches adulthood, holds a pride, and keeps it has survived and won real combat against serious opponents over and over again. That builds something that raw physical stats cannot fully measure: actual fighting experience. The lion knows how to absorb a hit and keep going. It knows how to stay in a prolonged fight. Its bones are actually denser than the tiger's, built for the durability of sustained physical exchanges rather than the tiger's explosive hit-and-finish style. A male tiger barely ever fights another tiger. Territory gets sorted mostly through scent and sound. The tiger is an elite hunter, but is a pure fighter with combat time logged against comparable opponents. The lion has significantly more real experience. In a short, explosive encounter, the tiger's physical advantages likely decide it. But in a long, grinding fight, the lion's durability and combat experience bring it right back into contention. Now here's the part that actually settles most of the arguments. Because we are not just theorizing here, that history recorded real encounters between these two animals, and the results were written down. In ancient Rome, the Colosseum staged lion versus tiger fights for the entertainment of emperors and crowds. And the historical record on these fights, from multiple independent sources across different time periods, is strikingly consistent. The tiger usually won. And here is the detail I love about this. Roman gamblers consistently bet on the tiger rather than the lion. These were people with real money on the line. No sentiment, no favorite animal, pure calculation. And they kept backing the tiger. You do not keep losing money on the same bet without changing it. In one documented Colosseum encounter, a 600-pound Asian tiger faced a 500-pound African lion. The entire crowd predicted a lion victory. When the tiger was released, it chased the lion down, leapt on it, flipped it onto its back, and used its weight to finish it. The crowd was stunned. In Mughal India, Emperor Jahangir documented lion-tiger fights in his royal memoirs. His tiger won. He described the tiger as the more formidable individual combatant. And one of the most extraordinary records belongs to a Bengal tiger named Ganga, the tiger of the Emperor of Awadh in India, who is reported to have defeated around 30 lions across various encounters in his lifetime. Some accounts say he could finish a lion in 10 minutes. there are recorded lion victories too, especially in captivity where conditions vary significantly. The historical record is not unanimous, but the consistent pattern across Roman arenas, Indian royal courts, and 19th century documented encounters leans the same way. The tiger won more fights than it lost, and yet, even with all of that, there is one thing the science and the history cannot fully resolve: the cultural question, the story of why the lion got the crown in the first place. The lion is called the king of the jungle. It has been for thousands of years. It appears on royal crests, national flags, currency, and the imagery of empires all over the world. The British royal family uses the lion. So do Belgium, the Netherlands, Morocco, Ethiopia, and dozens of other nations. No other animal has been adopted as a symbol of royalty by so many different cultures across so many centuries of human history. But here's the thing. Lions do not live in jungles. They live on open savannas and grasslands. The title King of the Jungle came from a time when Europeans used the word jungle to mean anything wild and exotic. It was never about ecology. It was a story about an animal that looked like it was already wearing a crown. The tiger, meanwhile, has been the symbol of supreme individual power across all of Asia for just as long. In Chinese mythology, the tiger is the king of all animals. In Hindu tradition, the goddess Durga rides a tiger into battle. In Korean and Japanese culture, the tiger represents the ultimate in strength and dominance. The tiger is king. In Asia, just as surely as the lion is king in Europe and Africa. Both animals have been called king by billions of people across thousands of years of human history, just on different sides of the world. So, where does all of this actually leave us? If you are still here and you have not subscribed yet, please do it right now. We go this deep on the animal world with every single video, and you genuinely do not want to miss what is coming next. Hit subscribe and the bell. Share this too, because I know someone in your life has a very strong opinion on this, and they need to watch it. The tiger is bigger. The tiger is faster. The tiger has the stronger measured bite force. The tiger has the sharper individual brain. The tiger has the superior fighting technique. The tiger won more of the documented historical encounters. On balance, across every measurable category, the tiger holds the advantage in a one-on-one fight. The science says tiger. The history says tiger more often than not. But the lion built something the tiger never did. It built a kingdom. The pride, the social structure, the bonds between individuals that turn a group of lions into something far greater than any single animal. The lion did not just survive, it organized, it led. And that leadership is exactly what earned it the title of king in the first place. Not the fights it won, the world it built around it. So here's the real answer. The tiger is the better warrior. The lion is the better king. The tiger wins the fight. The lion wears the crown. And honestly, in the animal world as in the human world, those have always been two very different things. Both of these animals are extraordinary. Both are endangered right now. Both face threats from habitat destruction and poaching that no amount of physical strength can protect against. The real fight for the lion and the tiger is not against each other. It is against the loss of the world they live in, and that is the fight that actually needs to be won. Where do you stand, Team Lion or Team Tiger? Drop it in the comments right now. And if this video shifted your opinion from where you started, I genuinely want to know that too. Share it with someone who loves animals. See you in the next one.